Well, good morning and welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Little different beginning in today's video because today it's all about the GT500 behind me. Big thanks to Ford for inviting me to experience the new GT500 on track and also on the drag strip. Alright, so we just completed a few laps around the track here. We're not allowed to film inside the cars, so I can't really relay what it feels like to drive the car, which I wish that I could. Alright, it's time for some drag racing in the new GT500. I'm excited about this. Still don't know if I'm allowed to have a camera in there though. But some might remember that I was here with Pennzoil for the NHRA maybe like a year and a half ago. That was 11,000 horsepower. This is 760 and 625 pound-feet of torque. We got a very interesting angle of the GT500 right here where we can see the complete undercarriage, transmission cooler where that sits, splitter of course, engine oil cooler, got Magnarite dampers, you see some cats right here on the exhaust, got a stainless X pipe going all the way to the 4-mode active valve exhaust, and these mufflers aren't too big either. The rear differential cooler is back here as well, the axle oil pump, Torsen differential. Well, here we have the full engine. We'll talk more about that once we get out there and we're looking at the actual car, but 5.2 liter 2.65 liter supercharger, and thank God we don't have to deal with the 10-speed auto. This is an all-new 7-speed dual clutch transmission by Tremec, lightning quick shifts specifically for the GT500. Alright, so here it is then, the 2020 Mustang GT500. This thing is amazing. This is the most capable, fastest Mustang ever made in a straight line and also when it comes to turning. Previously the GT350 was the one you wanted to buy if you wanted to be able to turn. The GT500 was always a straight line car, but for 2020 they've combined all the attributes of the GT350 and the GT500, and this is what we get. This one is in the amazing lime green color as well, and it has the carbon track pack. With that you get the wing, you get the 20-inch wheels sitting on Cup 2 tires, by the way, and with the carbon track pack you also get the carbon fiber in the interior along with a rear seat delete. If I were to buy a GT500, this would definitely be the spec right here, the lime green and with the carbon track pack. Now, if you're planning on having very, very small children in the back, that would be the one reason maybe to not get the track pack. Alcantara Recaro seats look amazing. New 7-speed dual clutch transmission by Tremec. Now we'll walk down the line here because we got a black one. It looks amazing in black as well. And then we got this orange one over here. Now for the power, I'm sure you guys know that already. It is a 5.2 liter cross plane crank V8 with a 2.65 liter supercharger by Eaton. This produces 760 horsepower and 625 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels. Now Ford's been hinting the performance numbers for the new GT500, but the official quarter mile time is 10.7 and 0 to 60 is in 3.3 seconds. Well, okay guys, in all honesty, I wanted to be able to bring you guys more of the experience of driving this car, because I've driven it around the track, I've taken it down the drag strip, and it was amazing, but I can stand here and talk about that all day long. You guys can't really take part of the whole experience. I'm bummed out that I wasn't allowed to film inside the car. It's the most badass Mustang I've ever driven, that's for sure, but yeah, wasn't allowed to film it like I usually do. I mean, what we do as video creators is film and try to portray the experience through video. So we're actually just gonna end the video here from my hotel room. Now, like I said, I was bummed out when I found out that I can't film the driving portions of the GT500, and that's the whole reason why I'm here. The car is awesome. It's amazing. I'm not knocking the car whatsoever. And yeah, it's cool that I got to experience it, but what I do for a living is create content for you guys. That's why you tune into my channel, is because you want to see car content. So when I found out that we're not allowed to film inside the car during the time that we're driving, that left me scratching my head. I was like, well, what? And what I have a problem understanding is why I would be invited as a video creator to this track event and not be able to film. It's kind of counterproductive. I don't feel like it really helps anyone out. You guys don't get the content you want. I don't get to market the vehicle the way I know Ford would want me to do. So yeah, bummed out. I mean, I can't lie. You know, Ford might get a little salty about me saying this, but you know, I gotta be true and honest to the video in itself. Like, this is not the type of video I wanted to make, or at least that I had expected to make when I came here. You know, Vegas is cool and all, but I came here for the GT500 and be able to create content with it. So it was slightly disappointing, to say the least. Now, from what I've heard, and I don't know if this is completely true yet, and at the time of filming this, the embargo is still in effect. It lifts at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on the 29th, which is when, you know, YouTube is going to be semi-saturated with GT500 content, because that's when all the creators are going to drop their videos from the people that have been here, that is. During our event today, the only YouTubers that I know about and that I saw was myself and Brooks from Drag Time. And no one, and I'm not just talking about us here, no one that was there were allowed to film in the car. So it wasn't just something against me. But from my understanding is that earlier in the week, they had other track events for media personnel, so to speak, and they were allowed to film inside the car. So there's going to be other YouTubers who come out with content with, you know, driving impressions of the car. So definitely go check their videos out. It's just that today we were not allowed to do it, and I never really got a clear answer as to what. Maybe something happened earlier in the week and then, you know, they cut that thing out completely. I mean, all we're talking about here is having a little suction cup mount on the front windshield and a little GoPro. It's not like, you know, I was expecting to be driving the car down the track doing 130 miles an hour and then filming with this camera with my other hand. I mean, I understand that there's a safety aspect, but, you know, long story short, what I'm left doing in this video is trying to explain and sit and talk, and that's not what you guys came here. You wanted to see me drive the car and relay my experience of the new 2020 GT500. And like I said, the car is absolutely amazing, but that's what I wanted to be able to relay while I was driving the car. I didn't want to hop in the car, go and drive it, come back. So unfortunately, I'm left here giving you guys my expressions of driving the GT500 after the fact. And as mentioned earlier, the new GT500 is a combination of the GT350 and GT500. It's got tons of power, handles really, really well, although you do feel that it is around the 4,000 mark when it comes to weight. Now, there was one other YouTuber there at the time, and that was Drag Times, and he had a McLaren 570 for the day, which is a lot lighter car than the GT500, and we did go out and have some fun in that 570. So I'm going to leave you guys with that footage before we end the video, and I do hope you guys enjoyed it, even though I couldn't make the video that I wanted to make. And I appreciate you guys for sticking around if you're still here at the end of the video. If you're stopping by for the first time and you haven't already and you want to, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out from Las Vegas. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm here with Brooks from Drag Times and a 570 Spider. Let's go!
In Vegas, in the desert, launch. Oh, it's a lot of spin. Still spinning.
60.
Is it hooking yet?
Now we're hooked.
Alright, good.
Look at this road.
I know.
Right.
And by the way, we're at the Las Vegas Speedway.
Exactly. We are. See the Speedway right there?
Yeah, right there,
right there,
right there.
They just have a 5-mile straight. No,
yeah, I know. This is the test straight right here.
I'm out of gas. 10%.